The WEF is BlackRock. Why do so many people consider Klaus Schwab to be the most dangerous man on earth? He is the founder and the chairman of the WEF. You want to be a worldwide digital ID system to monitor your online behavior, purchases, and biometrics in order to control your every move, which comes with its own kill switch. Their goal is to do away with democratic societies in order to implement controlled by the elites and political puppets that all have been implicated in crimes against. The nefarious plan also involves hacking human beings to re-engineering life itself. Klaus Schwab, who is actually a Rothschild, his father was a Schwab, but his mother is a Rothschild. Top advisor Dr. Yuval Noah Harari confirms this in the video. Elites now want power to re-engineer life, your life. Science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not by the intelligent design of God above the clouds, but the elites' intelligent design using their clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud. These are the driving forces that we use to hack human beings on a massive scale. By hacking organisms, elites have the power to control life itself. In the past, many tyrants wanted to do this, but did not have the scientific technology to do this. Science has now come a full circle and is playing God, and has now allowed them to implement the new regime of surveillance to take over using their technology. And they have managed to implement this by using the WEF's Young Global Leaders Forum, which will infiltrate every corner of the world political infrastructures. All countries are being run by these WEFs. Political puppets. But who are their bosses? BlackRock is an investment firm with $10 trillion in asset management and are using your pension funds to implement their NWO. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink is a board member of WEF, and who owns BlackRock? The global elite BlackRock. Yeah, I don't think it's so much that. The Vanguard Group is Rothschilds, which, as I said, Schwab is a Rothschild. State Street Corporation, Rothschild, Rockefellers, Fidelity, Desmarais, you got the 13 bloodline family. So Klaus Schwab is the most dangerous man on earth. According to his minions, humans are now hackable animals with no soul or free will. This is not about protecting the environment, climate, white privilege, BLM, and DRIP, human rights, or in Ukraine. This is about implementing and creating their slave class. Have a listen. Let's cue Dr. Evil. And just exactly who will be the NWO slaves? According to Klaus Schwab, Asians will be working for the NWO elites because they are far more malleable than the old white stock European. Don't consider yourself lucky if you're Asian, because you'll be a hacked soulless body deroged from any freedom. Yes, you'll have nothing and you'll be happy. But in a computer simulation in the NWO intelligence matrix by design. At 12:13, I feel that the Asian countries with a relatively young population can, by the way, WEF was not first to propose replacement migration. The Kalergi plan called for immigration to replace white Europeans. From the book The Great Reset, Klaus makes a reference to the Kalergi plan at the top. I uploaded that book. I'll leave it in the links. At least 4 billion useless eaters shall be eliminated by the year 2050 by means of limited wars, organized epidemics of fatal rapid-acting diseases, and starvation. Energy, food, and water shall be kept at substance levels for the non-elite, starting with the white populations of Western Europe, North America, and then spreading to the other races. Populations of Canada, Western Europe, and the United States will be decimated more rapidly than other countries, till the world's population reaches a manageable level of 1 billion, of which 500 million will consist of Chinese and Japanese races, selected because they are people who have been regimented for centuries and who are accustomed to obeying authority without question. From time to time, there shall be artificially contrived food and water shortages and medical care to remind the masses that their very existence depends on the goodwill of the Committee of 300. Sounds like Schwab, but it's not. It's Richard Kalergi. So he founded the EU and wrote the Kalergi Plan, which aims to make unique races and cultures extinct. The Warburgs, the Brauch, the Rothschilds are some of the banking cartels responsible for the funding of the UN and the EU execute the plan, calling it replacement migration. The UN Migration Pact also criminalizes Criticism of immigration as hate speech, thought crime. Eventually this plan will target every nation on earth like save. The white races of Europe shall be destroyed and replaced with a race of Eurasian who can easily be controlled by the ruling elite. EU founding father Richard Nicolaus von Cornhalve, Calgary, 1924. So now you're back to Zionism. Is there a solution? The $10 trillion that they're using to implement the NWO is your pension money, and it's time the sheep will pull the plug on the funding. Don't just focus on the WEF leader or swap. This is the man you must be very careful of, Larry Fink of BlackRock. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street are the three largest companies of the world. They own everything from pharma to media and have governments in their pockets. They also sit on the board of the WEF. Incidentally, the WEF is also Cyber Attack Central. Link to the page on the Cyber Attack Drill in 2021 has been removed from the WEF website, but we all know the next chapter. If you can't see what's coming, time to wake up. Bye now.